Coming up, the Pac-12 championship game is worth $25,000 to us. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Matters with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's championship weekend in college football. All the conferences are having their games this weekend to decide out who's going to be the champion of those conferences. And over on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, they'll give us $25,000 for the Pac-12 championship game. It's Oregon versus USC. Should be a thriller out there. Oregon's 3-2. USC is a perfect 5-0 on the season. You guys know how this game works. All you got to do is correctly answer 6 questions. They'll give away $25,000 if you can do so. If nobody can do that, they'll give a guaranteed $1,000 prize out to the group people that can get the most right. Let's jump on into it and see how we'll do. All right, question 1 is what's going to be the total points scored in the first half? Well, Oregon's scoring 18.6 points in the first half. USC is getting 20. Oregon's allowing 14.8. USC is also allowing 14.8 points. So the Oregon average is 16.7. The USC average is 17.4. That's a combined number of 34.1. I'm going to go ahead and say 31 plus points will be scored in the first half. I like that the number provided in the app is lower than my combined number through my calculations. I really like that. Question 2 is how many TDs will be scored? Well, the over-under is at 62, so that's 8.8 TDs right there. I subtract about 9 points. I estimate about 3 field goals, so I've removed 9 points from that. That gets us down to 53 points. That average is 7.5 touchdowns to get to 53. So that means I'm going to go ahead and lock in on 7 plus touchdowns. I like that 7 in the app is obviously less than my calculated number by a half, although it is. And then games tend to lean more towards the over. So I like that as well. All right, question 3 is what's going to be the highest scoring quarter? Well, in Oregon's 5 games, the highest scoring quarter has been a tie, the fourth, the second, the fourth, and the second. Pretty consistent there for Oregon's games. In USC, in their 5 games, the highest scoring quarter has been the second, the fourth, the second, the first, the third. So that brings a total of second quarter having 4. Next comes in with the fourth quarter having 3. I'll go ahead and take the one that's greater. So go ahead and give me second quarter will be the highest scoring quarter of the game. Question 4 is what's going to be the team with the most receiving yards and what's going to be that amount? Well, Oregon is passing the ball for 279 yards per game. USC checks in at 319. Oregon allows 236 yards in the air through the game, and USC allows 238. Oregon on the season, their quarterback passing attempts has 143 versus 212 for USC, so a significantly greater number. I'm going to go ahead and lock in on USC, and I'm going to go ahead and lock in on plus 261 yards. I like that there's more yards on the season for USC. I obviously like that they have way more pass attempts, and I like that the 261 number comes in below USC's average of 319. And this is a conference championship games where you don't mind running up the score. You got to impress the committee so you can get in the playoffs. So there's no taking your foot off the gas. They'll keep passing it, and they'll run up as many points as they need to. Or just to, stay in the game. Passing is their strength, though. Regardless of how the score goes, they should be passing the ball throughout this entirety of the game. Question 5 is looking at the running side. What's going to be the rushing yards, or what's going to be the team with the greatest rushing yards, and what's going to be the amount? Oregon is rushing the ball for 189 yards a game. USC comes in at 109. Oregon is allowing 184 yards on the ground, and USC is allowing 157. I'm going to go ahead and take Oregon as the team with the most rushing yards, and I'm going to go ahead and lock in at 141 plus. Oregon will need the running game to stay into this game, and as long as the game is close and the line is 3.5, that suggests a close game, so that means Oregon should stay committed to the run game throughout. So I like that. And then 141 is above Oregon's average and above the average of what USC is allowing. So I really like that plus 141 number there for Oregon. And question 6, as we know, is always who's going to win the game and what's going to be that win margin. Well, again, the line is USC minus 3.5. ESPN FPI only gives USC a 56.9% chance to win this game. So it should be a relatively close game. There was a couple common opponents this season. Washington State was won by both of these teams. USC won by 25. Oregon won by 24. And then they both beat UCLA in a much closer contest. USC won by 5, and Oregon won that game by 3. USC, even though they're 5-0, no real good wins on the schedule. They haven't, beaten a top 25 opponent. Obviously, a very reduced schedule due to the COVID issues. So no really good win that makes them, be 5-0. So I'm going to say USC does win this game, but they're going to win the game by 5 to 6 points. I'll go ahead and lean that this will be, a real good, close, good Pac-12 championship game. That's how I'm going to round up my chances to win $25,000 on the Fox Bet Super 6 app for Friday's Pac-12 championship game. Go ahead and like this video and share it with your friends so we can all win the money. Don't forget, there's also the video for the Big Ten championship game, which is also $25,000 on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, along with the plethora of other videos we do here on the NFL and Premier League soccer. So go ahead and check those guys out. I'll see you guys on the next contest. I'm Jason Mattis.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.